Hello, welcome to Grace for Today. In 2 Samuel chapter 11, there's a story told about King David. You remember him. He was the man the scripture says was after God's heart. And before I read it, I just want to lay the background here. David was a young boy that was the shepherd for his father's flock. He had these older brothers who went out to battle against the Philistines. And you remember the story where David came along as a young man and defeated the enemy. His name was Goliath, and God was just mightily with David, and he rose up in the ranks of King Saul's army to a place of prominence where even Saul was afraid of him and tried to have him killed. And even as Saul chased down and hunted this young man, David continued to walk before the Lord with an upright heart. But David does have one negative thing in his history that we know about, and it is his sin with Bathsheba. What started as a glance at a beautiful woman ended with the murder of one of David's soldiers, with lies, adultery, and even the death of David's son. But I want to look real quickly in 2 Samuel, and let's look at the backdrop. How can a man like this, that has such strong faith and a strong trust in the Lord, how could he fall to such a place? The answer is found in the very first part of chapter 11. It says, "In the springtime, at the time when kings go out to battle, David sent his men out, but he stayed at Jerusalem." And verse 2 says, "When evening came, David arose from his bed and walked around on the roof of the king's house. And that's when he saw Bathsheba out bathing." Two things I want you to notice. David was not at war where he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be leading his men in battle. Every year it says in the spring the kings went out to battle, but David didn't. And the second thing I want you to notice is it's in the afternoon and David's finally getting out of bed. That's not because he worked the midnight shift. That's because he didn't have to get up. He had nothing else going on. And that old saying, "an idle mind is the devil's playground," is absolutely true. We need to remember that God has called us and equipped us to battle every demonic force that comes against us. There is an evil empire that is arrayed against every believer in Jesus Christ. And the devil's desire is to destroy, to kill, and to steal. That's all he does. And we have to take the armor of God, like it says in Ephesians, and we have to wear it, and we have to do battle. We have to understand we've been born into a war. See, David, he forgot how he got where he got. He got there because he was a faithful warrior for God. And he decided just to lay out. And it got him in real trouble. The moment we think that the battle is over, or that we've come to a place where we don't have to fight anymore, or we don't have to resist the enemy, we're opening ourselves up for a sure failure. So why don't you take this opportunity to ask yourself, are you battle ready? Are you taking the time to build up the defenses that are needed for your family, for your life, and for your future? Don't be caught slumbering. Don't be caught refusing to face the battle. But let us, with our Commander-in-Chief Jesus Christ, fight the good fight of faith. You have a grace-filled day. We'll see you next time.